Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya or Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Each time we talk about victimhood, it looks like we always look for a way to blame other people for some certain things. But the reality is that victimhood is real. Some people really want to be oppressed so bad. And that is something that I found very weird. Like, how somebody would jump out on a discussion and just claim victim all of a sudden. It's really crazy how this cop that pupiled Sonia, the mother-in-law, actually came out to ask us, do we know how her family is feeling at this point in time? See, let me say this and make it clear. Madam, it is not you, it is not about you and your family at this point in time. It is not about your son-in-law or your daughter-in-law or your daughter or your grandkids and all that. It is not about you. Can you take several seats? Nobody cares about what is going on in your family at this point in time. Nobody cares about how you all feel or are feeling. What we care about is Sonia, so she gets justice. We care about her family, right? So whatever you are talking, that it's your business. We really do not care at this point in time. Because for you to come out here and start using, she is quoting Bible for us like we don't know Bible or we are the demons, right? Ma'am, please go take several sips. Oh, please. You know what? Let's get into this video.
Oh, you all can strap in because Bella is sitting this one out because Brenda Butterfield here is just going to be an outright bitch, and that's what I'm going to refer to her as. Now, Brenda Butterfield is the grandmother-in-law to this piece of shit that murdered Sonia Massey, Sean Grayson, and she wrote this editorial that I am going to use my platform to respond to. Let's get it. So this is how that pillbilly alabaster snow roach, troglodyte glowworm that calls herself the grandmother-in-law of Sean Grayson starts off this letter. First to the protesters. What are you protesting? Sean is in jail, charges are filed, trial date to be set, and punishment to be applied. Sean is not going anywhere, so please knock off wearing out your sweat glands. So please take your signs and go home and just be humans, not the amusement or disgust to the public. Nothing like a weak ass bitch in their hypocrisy in their white privilege. Like you could just tell somebody that's protesting to go home. See, we're not only protesting that your weak ass grandson-in-law murdered Sonia Massey. We're protesting the fact that why was his weak ass on a police force in the first place after having 4 years and 6 jobs under his belt. Not to mention the two DUI convictions. You knew about that, right? Yeah, you knew about that. That's also part of this protest. He shouldn't have been there in the first place to kill an unarmed black woman. Now continue. Does anyone care about Sean's family or what horrific reality they're dealing with? This weak ass bitch talks about horrifying realities. Bitch, did you all have to bury Sean last Friday like Sonia Massey's family had to bury her? Did you all have to contend with the fact that you don't even have all of the circumstances and details surrounding why your weak ass grandson-in-law, since that's what you want to call him, even shot their loved one in the first place? You want to talk about horrific realities. What about his fiance he was to marry in October? What about his fiance? What about Sonia Massey's children that were looking forward to spending many more birthdays with their mother? Birthdays that your weak-ass grandson-in-law made sure that they would never celebrate with their mother again. She is an innocent young woman who also is unfairly being persecuted. Did this bitch say persecuted? In the face of a unarmed black woman in her own home having her life taken by her grandson-in-law? Yep. Leave it to a 2 cocktail drinking before noon, 2 pill popping Valium ass white woman to be melodramatic and their woe it's me narrative. Does anybody care about the destruction of her life? She is left to deal with an emotional death. What? An emotional death? No, Sonia Massey's family is dealing with a physical, emotional, spiritual death. They put their child into the ground last Friday. What's she doing? What Isabella's problem? She gets to go see the murderer of Sonia Massey on visitation day. Maybe you should go with her. Sean's future in-law's family, a to-be father-in-law who is as close to Sean as a father can be. Maybe he should have taught Sean not to kill unarmed black women in their own home. Perhaps that would have been a good fatherly advice move, especially since he's a police officer, right? A future mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and brother-in-law who is Sean's friend. Future grandparents who love Sean dearly and still do. You mean like the future mother-in-law that Sonia Massey is never going to get to be now? The future family members that she is never going to get to share any of her life experience with. The future grandchildren and great-grandchildren that she is never going to get to meet because of your grandson-in-law. Future grandparents who love Sean dearly and still do. And you still can, because Sean is not dead. Shock, disbelief, and reality, but an undying support for Sean. I just got to insert this right quick because this is an editorial to a newspaper, but a whole whitewashed education system. And this is the best grammatical structure you can come up with for this letter. The past cannot be relived. Of course it can't. That's always convenient for you all. The future is unknown, but your future includes a Sean that is still alive. We only have each day to pray without ceasing. It's interesting that you mentioned pray without ceasing because Sonia Massey was killed after she told your grandson-in-law that she rebuked him in the name of Jesus, and somehow that bullet still found her face. The Sean everybody desires to hate and persecute is not the Sean we have all known and loved. One more time for the grammatical structure. That should be loved, but I digress. Yeah, you're right. We don't know that Sean. We only know the Sean that kills unarmed black women in their own homes. You all are not unarmed black women, are you? So you're probably safe. We will always support Sean. And you can, because Sean is alive. See, a casket is supporting Sonia Massey right now. Judge not, lest ye be judged. Yeah, I already covered my judgment of you in the beginning of this video. No man, woman is without sin. There is a final judgment for us all. Proud grandmother to be of Sean Grayson. You can't make this up. These privileged alabaster troglodytic glowworm escapees from the Caucasus Mountains think they can just play in our face and we not notice. Like we didn't notice all the religious references in this letter. In the face of your grandson to be, Sean Grayson, shooting Sonia Massey in the face when she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Yeah, that's my response to this weak ass bitch's editorial.
So this is all I got from this video. And oh, please, some people are really very dumb. Like, very, very insensitive, with everything going around with the family of this young woman mourning. All you could do is ask, if only we know how your family or his family feel. Like, who cares about how your family feel? Now, that's why I keep saying some of them really do want to be the center of attraction so bad. They want to be the victims, they want to be the oppressed for no reason. Because how can a full grown woman, instead of coming out to apologize and say, like, what happened was an accident, and, like, they could temper justice with mercy, but nobody is going to temper any justice with mercy. But I am just saying, like, being remorseful over what happened. She is coming here to tell us that we have no right to be mad. We have no right to be angry. Why? Because what happened just happened. So for that reason, you all are just supposed to accept it the way it is and let everything be, like, and you all are taking this so far, like, how is my son feeling right now, or son-in-law feeling? How is my daughter-in-law, or whoever, my daughter, the children, and are you okay? Are you just okay? Because I am sick and tired of seeing people like you come out here to say ignorant things and ignorant. I mean, like, there is no room for ignorant things, like, right now. And a very big shout out to C0nfidently for coming through, because I love his response. It's really amazing how they are very quick to call God and all that in everything. But it was still the same God, like the same "I rebuke you in the name of God" that she said that, and then something went south. Something where everything went south, right? So he is actually a Christian. The man that did the Pe0ple, he's a Christian, so he knows God. This is to tell you how some people, like, it's really working mad, because whoever that wrote this letter or wrote this thing down is really not okay. Does anyone care about Sean Grayson's family, or what horrifying reality they are dealing with? Whatever you are dealing with right now, you deserve it. You deserve it, and you deserve more. Whatever that is coming to you and your family, you deserve all of it, more and more. Because what happened to Sonia's family, they do not deserve it. If you had thought of your family first, if you had put your family first over everything, trust me, what happened would not have happened. If you had loved every other person like you love your family, what happened wouldn't have happened. If you had been very professional with your job and did do your job dutifully, right, what happened would not have happened. But it is because that some people are not supposed to be respected. Some people do not worth it, or because they don't feel pain, because they are not supposed to live. That was why you did what you happened. How many times you had, okay, now let's say this. If this man wanted to, like, probably like some people, or people, their own community are saying, because he is threatened over a woman that they were just chatting, right? Let's assume that he was threatening. He did the first Pe0ple, right? He would have stopped and also give her treatment, take her to the hospital. Maybe in the end, they probably will take case to court and all that. This is just me saying, right? But you did the first, the second, the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth. What? And not just only doing that, right? They wanted to do the first aid. You said it's all done, that there is no need, do not waste the hospital or the first aid material on her, because you did the job already. That is to tell you how horrifying you are, how not a good person you are. So whatever that your mother-in-law is saying, she should take that and shove it into her. Yeah. Shove it somewhere. And let Sonia's family mourn, because this is not even a great time to see some rubbish and all that on the internet. I mean, you all are just, some people are really like, I don't know who created them, because somebody cannot create somebody that people are still mourning, looking for a way to go around losing their family member. There's this, like, husband, father, mother losing their child. She has son, she has children too. You are coming here to tell me how your son feel. If I were that, if I am holy, I wish I am gonna be in that. I am not going to be. Whatever that man gets in that prison that he's going to, I hope my ancestor visits him in that prison, wherever he is going to be. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.